again, what's that going to accomplish? It's just going to accomplish that people are going to use backdoor channels. The lobbyists are never going to use the real thing. He's going to lift restrictions on the production of $50 trillion worth of job-producing American energy reserves, including shale, oil, natural gas, and clean coal. So, let's start there. This situation is basically he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. There are environmental issues there at stake. I'm calling bullshit on it because if you open up America's quote energy reserves, if you start drilling in and going pedal to the metal on that, number one, you're basically going to cause a complete collapse in in oil, which will be great because hey, we all want cheaper gas. But you're going to be ripping up large parts of the country. So I'm not an expert on on environmental matters, but it is something that if you're listening to this, it's bullshit. Shouldn't be, that there should be, when it comes to energy and that sort of thing, when there's multiple science out there that we can create more better powered jobs, we don't have to rip the planet up. We can create a whole new industry with some infrastructure funds. That'd be great. There's innovation out there where you can still make money and it needs to be invested in. I'll direct my Secretary of Treasury label China as a currency manipulator. Well, I just did a few minutes at the beginning of this podcast that basically showed you that America started the currency manipulation. Let's just calm down on currency manipulator stuff. It's just a tweak in the nose to China. And again, these things are going to have impacts on American life pretty quickly. He's going to cancel every unconstitutional executive action, memorandum, or an order issued by President Obama. What does that mean? It's just basically anything he doesn't like. He's going to cancel it. Which again shows that Obama, one of the failures that will come down on Obama and his administration was that Obama was about Obama. Never really built the Democratic Party in any meaningful way. So basically because he didn't and we lost a bunch of seats on the Democrat side, you get shit like this. Suspend immigration from terror. Prone regions where vetting cannot safely occur. All vetting of people coming into our country will be considered extreme vetting. Basically, with this type of policy, you're going to get more countries that are going to need to be vetted. I guess if you're going to run around insulting and fucking with every other country on the globe, you're going to get that sort of thing. School Choice and Educational Opportunity Act redirects education dollars to give parents the right to send their kid to public, private, charter, magnet, religious, or homeschool of their choice. Ends Common Core, brings education supervision to local communities, expands vocational and technical education, making 2- and 4-year college. Look, let's just call this what it is. It's a fucking giveaway to, there's billions and billions of dollars, trillions of dollars that the private sector has wanted to tap into of school funds. And that's what that's all about. So it's a bunch of horseshit. So again, all those things, those items were bullshit. Now, to you listening to this podcast, you may say all of those items are bullshit and stuff needs to be done. Fair enough. I did this actually on election night, so let's go on to the next thing. But boy, that's kind of where I'm coming from on that, is that those things are bullshit. But this next group is elected Democrats better fucking fight on this one. Okay. Cancel billions in payments to UN climate change programs and use the money to fix America's water and environmental infrastructure. Go fuck yourself. Number one, whatever money that we're saving on climate change programs is a penny in the bucket to the trillions of dollars of infrastructure problems that we have. But also, climate change is worthy of studying again. We have to, as a country, study it. So again, it's one of those issues that the science is overwhelming, that we are getting up to a place of no return if we haven't already hit that. So we need to be studying that. We can change that on a dime. it's no longer even a debate, really. It's a debate between people who are making profit from the way things are and people who are not making a profit from the way things are, who just want a clean environment. Begin the process of selecting a replacement for Justice Scalia from one of the 20 judges on my list who will uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States. Frankly, to be blunt, the Democrats need to throw down on this one. There's no reason why there is not a fifth Supreme Court justice, or that they then fill it out. Whatever somebody thought of the previous, I think it was Garland was his name. Anyways, the person who's not going to be the Supreme Court justice, whatever people think of it, it is ridiculous. What happened was wrong, and the Democrats have every right to hold that up, especially as a big sign of power. They have to fight on this. There isn't a choice. There's no reason why they should even look to seat him. Begin removing more than 2 million criminal illegal immigrants from the country and cancel visas to foreign countries that won't take them back. That's broad. 2 million criminal. What's the definition of criminal? Is that undocumented workers? Cancel visas. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna round people up? You gonna do that? You gonna get your paddy wagons out? It's crap, and that needs to be fought. Cancel all federal funding to sanctuary cities. I mean, this is basically Nazism right here. When you understand the history of immigration and undocumented workers, you have to understand that America created many of the problems through NAFTA, admittedly. So now you're going to go tear families apart, punish them, and ruthlessly go after them. Real big man to do something like that. The Middle Class Tax Relief and Simplification Act, blah, blah, blah. An economic plan designed to grow the economy 4% per year, at least create 25 million new jobs through massive tax, blah, blah, blah. Basically, it's I'm saying blah, blah, blah because this is real pie in the sky stuff. Real pie in the sky. Repeal and replace Obamacare Act. Fully repeal Obamacare and replace it with the health savings accounts, the ability to purchase health insurance across state lines, and let states manage Medicaid funds. Reforms will also include cutting red tape at the FDA. There are over 4,000 drugs awaiting approval, and especially want to speed the approval of life-saving medications. This is a major issue that, as we know, has been in the news. Trump's making good on it. He's got complete support from the Republicans, and when you have Democrats like Cory Booker out there, you get this type of shit. And the Illegal Immigration Act fully funds the construction of a wall, southern border. Look, again, racist shit. You have to know what NAFTA was done by the banks and how it destroyed that country. But also, you have to... I don't get the concept that people come to this country, work their ass off for benefits that they're never going to see, and then you don't give them a pathway to citizenship? I mean, we don't have to do this. This is racism, okay? If this is such a problem, and I think it is a problem, but I'm of the belief that it's a problem in the other way, which is you have people who are coming in having to work under the table, do whatever they can, survive to being harassed, and basically you have nothing that's going to be done to help them, so you turn them into criminals, such as it is. Some people are criminals, not all. You basically have no infrastructure to support them, instead of just having them go through a legalization process. Just have them go through it. This is not an issue. Have them go through it. But the fact of the matter is, Trump won his election on being a racist bigot in this area. He did get a lot of points from white people who were racist and afraid. This is just racism. There's no other fucking thing to call it. Restoring Community Safety Act reduces surging crime, drugs, and violence by creating a task force on violent crime and increasing funding for programs to train and assist local police. Increase resources for federal law enforcement agency. Let's turn everyone into a cop. Let's just make our life easier. Let's just have a country in which everybody goes to jail for 30 years for jaywalking. That's what this is tantamount to. We've had violent crime programs have gone down, or violent crimes have gone down in many states. It's not that violent of a country. This is dangerous for a lot of reasons. I have about 5 minutes left on the podcast. I don't want to hold it. Restoring National Security Act rebuilds our military by eliminating the defense sequester and expanding military investment. The military is so fucking funded through the Department of Defense. It's ridiculous. I read shit like this and I go nuts. Protects our vital infrastructure from cyber attack. Establishes new screening procedure for immigrants. Okay, whatever. Clean Up Corruption Washington Act. Enacts new ethics reforms to drain the swamp and reduce the corrupting influence of special interests on our politics. Well, great. That's I'll go after unions. Okay, so those things are things that need to be fought. These Democrats on any one of these issues, and they've already practically struck out on one, they need to hold that shit up. And even if they get filibustered, even if they get destroyed, they need to hold stuff up. At the end of the day, so much of this stuff is so harmful. So anyways, this is just again, going through this stuff. This country, Trump has tapped into racism, and he's using racism to advance a pro-business agenda. And it's not pro-business all the way across. It's pro of a certain kind of business. So these are going to be real fights that are going to be coming up in the near future. And this is all this stuff, he's looking to get this enacted in the first 100 days, and he has a good chance of getting this stuff enacted. So the struggle is on. The fight is on. I hope that if you're out there protesting, you do it well. I'm going to do a part 2 of this podcast because I didn't know that I was going to run this long. Part 2 is just kind of thinking about how to keep yourself healthy and happy during this period. This is a horrifying list of things that Trump is doing. So with that said, I'm going to sign off now at about 42 minutes. I got just a few minutes here left, and I just want to kind of give some closing thoughts on this. When I read Trump's first 100 days, it's damn horrifying. Just horrifying. I don't know what else to say. It's just scary stuff. And the bottom line is this, is that we have failed on the left in one sense. We've objectively failed, which is on trade. Until we come up with a progressive vision on trade, we're going to be continued stuck with these assholes. It is going to be about trade. How do you have any type of fair or good, well-conscious trade that isn't abusive? I don't know yet. But anyways, it's 10:30 at night. I am signing off. I wanted to again say thank you for your time. If you're out there protesting tomorrow, my heart is with you. I'm going to try to join where I can. But again, just have demands. Thanks, everyone.